the attention that the Syrian crisis has drawn in 2 years was largely due to the violence which took place. The Bahrainis have been demonstrating longer than the Syrians, and because there is no violence on their part, but it seems the United Nations is oblivious to their crisis, or they pay very little attention to that. The prisoners remain there, and the statements are very sporadic, intermittent. And what should the Bahrainis do to draw more attention from the United Nations?
I would disagree, Nizar, that the United Nations is not paying attention to Bahrain. It most certainly is, and we have been extremely vocal. The Secretary General himself has been extremely vocal about what's been happening in Bahrain and what needs to happen. And so I would simply refer you to what has been said, and that is that there is a clear set of guidelines that came out of that commission of inquiry, and that's really where the authorities in Bahrain need to look and to continue the work that they have already started. And of course, we've all seen what's happened, whether it's violence on the street, and there has been violence on the streets, or whether it's cases in the courts where there has been disquiet expressed. We follow this very closely indeed, and certainly you should make no mistake that the Secretary General and the United Nations more generally is monitoring this very closely and continues to call for there to be dialogue where it's appropriate and for the recommendations to be implemented in full.
How about accountability? Does the United Nations call for similar accountability?
Accountability applies everywhere.